Hi, everyone. We have Elisa and Mac here. We are so excited to hang out with you guys, and what a great couple of days. So thank you, Media Post, for having us, and thank you to all you guys for coming out. This is wonderful. Mac and I have been at GSTV for a couple of years. You're coming on 4 now.
Time flies.
I'm at 7, but GSTV has been an incredible place so far, a destination, a moment in the day. Think about when you all are out there, when you're fueling up your car. You're not sitting on your couch and going to fuel up and coming home. You're on your purchase journey. But when you're watching GSTV, it's the pause moment during the day. When you're entertained, you're thinking about dinner, you're thinking about what you need to pick up for the birthday party, what you need to pick up for the St. Patty outfit right here. So we are the national digital video show entertaining Americans nationwide. We reach Americans at scale who are on their purchase journey, thinking and purchasing everything that they need that day. So we're going to show you a little bit of a clip here so you can get a feel for our network if you have not seen us out in the wild.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out, too, certainly from a retail lens, it's been awesome to see the growth over the last 3.5 years. Having historically worked with partners like Walmart, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, foot traffic and outcomes, right? I think that's what we all care about is like, what is that force multiplier? How do we get awareness, but also drive business results? So that's been kind of the pride and joy of working at GSTV is seeing those kind of third-party measured results and delivering for clients. So it's been awesome to see new private equity money. We always like that too here at GSTV. So definitely been upgrading, which is awesome.
Yeah, let's take a look.
So we did try to get John as talent, but he was just too expensive. So unfortunately, he didn't make the cut. But here you can see the beautiful FlexPay 6 here. But in terms of national scale, 115 million monthly uniques. You know, that's just right in line with a full month of Sunday Night Football. We have a fully programmed show. No more ESPN highlights nobody cares about. We have a fully dedicated Ignite production team producing original 2-screen content. Where we actually chat with our consumers and realize that GSTV consumers are a key audience. Roughly about of that is like 60% content, 40% of that are your ads. So very uncluttered environment. And most important, I think we all talk about in our media marketing world, are people paying attention to these ads? Having been a historical video investor, having worked at Publicis, I'm like, is anybody watching that television spot, you know, during Monday Night Football? And I think that's the key piece here is Lumen's done some research, you know, tracking retina, and people are actually paying attention at the pump. Certainly, you've got to hold the handle in various different states. Any Jersey folks out there, it's okay.
Sorry.
We'll let it slide.
Sorry.
But certainly, you know, we deliver more national coverage than majority of the linear networks. So it's been awesome working with national video teams, performance, shopper, commerce teams, and digital out-of-home as well. So most importantly, as we all know, and let's... is what is that content? I know I was chatting here with a little bit of, you know, you see more faces on here finally, right? It's not just like a ESPN highlight, right? Like nobody cared about. Our boy Tank Sinatra, the OG meme guy, but it's all original programmed content now. So that's where we're seeing a lot of that high attention. People actually engaged. We see a lot of our advertisers and brands really repurpose their social assets and content across our screen. A snackable short-form video environment, brand safe. I think I tried to run for president, and no political ads, unfortunately, here at GSTV. So very influencer-driven. We have a very Gen Z millennial. I think about, you know, my 2 older sisters back in the boonies of Wisconsin. I mean, they got to fuel up and then drive to Walmart 20, you know, miles away. And, you know, very young. They've got their 4 kids in the back. And so what are they doing? It's fuel day is shopping day.
Exactly, Mac.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I think that's the key piece is GSTV really is the heart of that consumer journey, right? Fuel day is errand day. You're not going to just go fuel up and go home. You know, I think the key piece here is, you know, you're really making a pit stop before you're going and doing your activities. And I think nowadays we're seeing more people take more trips to the grocery store, whether they're going shopping, taking care of themselves, and of course to go get a good pump, or as I like to do, the executive workout at Crunch, which is just go to the steam room. So, and then yeah, so it's just full funnel, and I think that's the key piece is how can you find an impression out there that's going to provide awareness, but ultimately, are they going to spend money? Because, right, I heard ROAS or iROAS a few times yesterday. Isn't that kind of all we care about? And so we've done some credit card research. So we're tracking you. We know exactly how much you're spending at the pump, who you are. Not specifically. We don't know it's Elisa at pump number 2 with a Visa, but we do know it's a female 18 to 24, right? Okay.
Thanks, Mac. Thanks.
And so obviously with the big old, you know, you've got your trunk. I mean, we're filling it up with goods, right? And so that average order value, we know that people who do fuel up are spending roughly about 5 times more than people who aren't fueling up. So, right, they're spending money, they're on the go, they're active. They're a truly, you know, active on the go audience. And last but not least, it has been awesome to see, certainly from like a digital lens and thinking about that consumer journey. Walmart Express is one of our big partners, always on. What is the first thing? We've actually seen that people leave their cell phone in the car, but immediately when they come back, they're interacting with that. So Walmart Express, how can I get diapers delivered? You know, whether it's pet supplies, you name it. So it's been interesting to see certainly the engagement from a digital lens, and that just continues to grow and expand, and just one of the ways some of our clients are leveraging our platform.
Love it. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a snapshot of the journey of a consumer, right? So I took myself here and my daughter, who she is 7 going on 15. So I am understanding that my shopping budget is going to change a little bit. But just taking you a little bit here. So before the fuel up, you know, I am familiar with Nordstrom Rack. I am constantly thinking about my purchase decisions. I have 4 kids, so have to be mindful. You have your, you know, your Easter Passover outfit that might be a little fancy, but then we need to think about how we, you know, budget the rest of that. But I am exposed to the Nordstrom Rack ad. I understand their promotions and their deals, and today is Fuel Up Day, so I head on over to GSTV and I see the promotion. It talks about the different, you know, holiday deals that might be coming up or something exciting that might pique my interest, back to school, right? And then I head back into the car, right? So majority of these Americans are making these purchases immediately post fuel up. So especially in the retail space here, I am thinking about taking my daughter after school. We're going to head on into Nordstrom Rack. So there we are, trying on some clothing over there. And I'm still in motion, right? So especially as a mom and as a consumer, our carts are constantly full. We're constantly filling up and, you know, making sure our pantry is back in stock. But in terms of clothing, we are always shopping, always looking. And then when I return home, it doesn't end there. So GSTV offers a digital extensions, audience and digital retargeting. So we're able to understand that Elisa did siege the GSTV ad. She saw Nordstrom Rack. And then when I'm out and about again, or when my apps are open at home, you know, I'll be able to be served that static banner or that video creative across desktop, mobile, CTV devices. So being able to follow that consumer is just an additional way to really grow the scale and be able to reach them at a point that is key for them. So we work with so many of the top brands here in this space. Of course, it makes sense, right? Being able to be that last point while people are most attentive right before they're making key purchases. So think about how brands are utilizing a radius surrounding all the Walmart locations or Nordstrom Rack. Also, you can conquest your competitors. So being able to remind them, you know, hey, come over here, come to this side, because we're just a mile away. So GSTV does a lot of work with these brands and with you to include additional messaging, whether it's that 5-second additional action tag or location tag to highlight the actual address on screen. Whatever it is, we do it. Retail is definitely our space. So as we kind of end this presentation, we want to highlight, obviously, the summer's around the corner. So Crunch Fitness, everyone's getting their bods ready, right? But it's also a reminder that this summer is going to be a great one. So we know that road travel is up. People and families and friends are interested in, what that next trip is. But you also have America is turning 250 this summer. You have the World Cup hosting games across the country with host cities getting ready to welcome visitors, millions and millions, as well as residents looking for vacations nearby to get out. But retail is where you'll be seeing the peak this summer, and road travel is going to follow that. So we're just excited at GSTV to really continue the momentum. And we'll show you a little bit of our Summer of Drive. This is our tentpole during the summer that highlights everything that you can think of for, the best recipe in the summer, barbecue, the best deals you can get. But we embrace the summer, we embrace the holiday travel, whatever it is. So we're just excited to feature that. Let's take a look.
And you're watching GSTV.
Guess what, fellas? I came to win.
To me, the cars were captivating. I think they're like spaceships.
What's up, guys? I'm Tank Sinatra with Tank's Good News. I'm filling up people's tanks today.
GSTV and I are celebrating the Summer of Drive.
Love this. All I can sing in the office is Summer of Drive, Drive.
Don't get them
drive.
started. All right. Well, we'll see you guys out there.
Yes, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, John.